Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big Show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're checking out Trophy Achievement David Meet Goliath for Borderlands 2. Alright, so here we are. We are in Frostburn Canyon. And we have sped this video up a little bit because it did take us quite a while to do it. Unfortunately, we did this one time before, and Mark got the last kill. And it is important to note that this trophy, Goliath Meet David, is allotted, or achievement, I don't want to leave that out, trophy or achievement is allotted for allowing a Goliath to level up 4 times before killing him. Now, Goliaths are found numerous places throughout the board, and it is important to note that all of the 10 different types of Goliaths all have raging levels that go up. Starting with Goliath, they will work their way up into Raging Goliath, and then up on and on and on. So, pretty much everyone starts as a Raging Goliath. If it's a Caustic Goliath to start with, it'll be a Raging Caustic, and so on and so forth. And they keep going up. So the way that you build these up is you shoot the Goliath's head off. We're about ready to stumble across the Goliath. This is a great place to find them. You know, we do have a bunch of tips that we learned along the way. But here you go. Here's a Goliath. You can see him over in the corner. Your goal is to blow his helmet or head off. And then as you can see, he's now changed kind of Incredible Hulk style into a red one. And he's pissed off running all over the place. Now, we have found that he will follow the guy with the most, or the guy that is closest to him, as well as the one that is shooting to him. So if you've shot at him, he'll chase you. If you're close to him, he'll chase you. Again, we did speed this up quite a bit. I was getting owned right there for a minute, and I apologize for my my suckiness. But sometimes it just happens. But the goal is to basically let him smash up the enemies. So he will end up turning on his own people and beating them up, as you can see. And the more people he beats up, the more powerful he gets. As you can see, we got a couple. We got a Raging Goliath, and we have a badass Raging Goliath, I think, going around here. And I will die one more time. But it's important to take out the big guys, or at least work them down to the bone so that the Goliaths can go in and take them out. Now, I mentioned that there's an important fact, and hopefully you haven't fast-forwarded or left at this point, but the person who deals the final blow gets the credit for taking down the Goliath. Now, once it levels up to that 5th stage, it is called a GOD-Liath. Do not kill it, even if you think it's been 4 times it's leveled up. If it's not a GOD-Liath of some sort, do not kill it. Again, if it started off as a Caustic Goliath, it will finish as a Caustic God-Goliath. If it's a Goliath Digger, it'll be a Caustic, or listen to me screwing this up. It will be a God-Liath Digger, or a Digger God-Liath. I'm not sure exactly which one that works, but same with the Midget Goliath, the Heavy Goliath, the Goliath Blaster, and the Loot Midget Goliath. So they all have, oh, and the Badass Goliath, and the Loot Goon Goliath. Sorry, I left a couple out there. But so, case in point, you want to find them. You want to shoot their head off, and then you want to let them beat up the enemies. You want to soften up anybody with a gun or that could do a lot of damage to them, and you definitely want to use your team as a group. We communicated a lot. We got HTG Mark, we got HTG Jeremy, HTG Brian, and we also had a new friend that we met, as you can see there, Bro, and who knows, maybe one day will be HTG John. But at this point, he's just been playing Borderlands with us, kind of a friend of the family is what we like to call him now. So you may see Bro in some upcoming videos, and you'll probably see him in quite a few of our Borderlands videos. So as you can see here, another tactic is that often the Goliath will take out everybody in the area, and he will not be to his God-Liath status. So we were dragging them to the local caverns and local little pits where lots of guys were. And then we were kind of, like I said, softening up the bad guys and just kind of letting the Goliath chase around everybody and do all the dirty work. We do kill a few people along the way. It isn't, you know, necessary to not kill anybody. And this is not a hard trophy, but it's one of those ones that you kind of control to a certain point, and it's kind of out of your hands at a certain point. So And the reason I say it's out of hand, in case you're wondering, is because the Goliath, regardless of his level, could be killed by one of the enemies. you can see there that another one of our early Goliaths that we hadn't really worked on had just been killed by those pyro guys. So pyro guys seem to be the worst offenders of killing our God-Liaths, other than the badass psychos. Now, keep in mind, we are just in this first area here, and, you know, you can kind of change the factors a little bit of how things work for you. If your Goliath is making it to a high status but is getting killed more often than not, and you're getting frustrated, you might consider going to a higher leveled area, because this is kind of an early level in the game. And the reason I suggest that is because the Goliath will not only have more health, but it will, you know, be more resistant and whatever. So now be careful. Snow Slider is running off here, and he runs away, and he's just running looking for guys. But watch out. If you go down into the cave like we did, and you go to the top, there are 2 badass psychos. I'm yelling right now on the mic going, Jeremy, no! Jeremy, no! Stay away! And sure enough, there they are. You can see them yourself. 2 badass psychos waiting for him. And he went ahead and brought the Goliath back to me, and I take the Goliath down, and then he was smart enough to take those badass psychos and run the opposite way. So 3 of us took the Goliath back in the cave, while 1 of us took the badasses the other way. So good tactic on Jeremy. Might want to consider something like that with your group if you're playing with some friends. For the most part, I think I've shared all of the important factors with you. You know, just make sure that your team is aware of what's going on and that you're working together. Make sure, too, that once you get the God-Liath status, that if you are the one trying to earn this trophy, that you deal the final blow. Now, keep in mind, too, that not always is one person going to have this trophy or, you know, whatever, achievement for that matter. But you're going to want to make sure that, you know, whoever deals the final blow is somebody who does not have this trophy/achievement. Otherwise, it could get pretty frustrating doing this over and over again. Yeah. So, when you see here in a minute, I deal the final blow. I do get the trophy here. We do drag him from the lower camp all the way to the upper camp, down through into a little rock pit here. And this is where we get him into God-Liath status. And this is where we finish him off. But I do suggest using a high-powered rocket launcher or something of the sorts once he is God-Liath status. And again, I highly recommend anybody who is not trying to earn this trophy that's helping with this achievement here, you're definitely going to want to stop shooting the God-Liath at about half health there. So as you can see, I was really worried about this big giant spider ant knight taking over, but he is more concerned of taking me out. Meanwhile, that Goliath is kicking the shit out of him from behind. So I believe that once he gets the knight, that is the final moment, and there he goes. You can see he is a God-Liath now, and I am desperately shooting him, trying to switch to my rocket launcher, which I then realized was not yet equipped. So I shoot him in the face, direct him to one of our teammates here, and then I take off to go switch my weapons. Here we go. And once I get my rocket launcher, which is a pretty sweet rocket launcher, I will go ahead and equip it. After reloading for like the 75th time. Hey, wait a minute, that's not my rocket launcher. That's not it. Oh, yeah. Alright, having a hard time hitting this guy, but booyakasha! Right in his culo. Alright, God-Liath down just in time for Snow Slider to return from his little excursion. And good thing for him, he came and pilfered that. Booyakasha! Oh, Goliath. Meet David. Said God-Liath so many times, I'm confusing myself. Alright, well, that's going to go ahead and do it for Borderlands 2. Trophy/achievement, David Meet Goliath. And it's actually the first of our Borderlands 2 trophies. We got a few more rolling out today. Feel free to comment, vote, subscribe if you like what we're doing. Head on over to Twitter, click that follow button. For all those people out there that got that spam message from us yesterday, we apologize. We fixed it, and won't happen again. So tell your friends, follow us. Till next time.